Alright, guys. I'm very sorry about this late stream. I'm hoping I can catch the first game, but the internet here has been diabolically slow, so it just finished updating. It's been updating for the past 25 minutes now. 2.5 gigs. We should be getting in here, though. I really hope I can catch the first game, but if I cannot, everybody welcome to SWOSU Esports. We got some Overwatch tonight. Last games of the normal season for Blue and Gray, I believe. Blue might have a game after this, I'm not sure. Not quite sure. We're loading in. We will be spectating Gray until the end of their game and then swapping over to Blue later, if their game's still going at least. It should be. It'll start 30 minutes after this one. I'm just really hoping that I can catch this game before it starts. I gotta see Gray go undefeated. I have to be there for it. I also had no clue that there was an update, and it's set to auto update. I don't really know why it isn't. Are they in the lobby? Oh, they're in the lobby. Okay. I'm in. I am so sorry for being late on everything. This is my bad. Okay. I don't know if they've done bans or anything. I don't really know. I don't know a whole lot about what's going on, but it is SWOSU Gray versus MSU White for the first series. As I said before, SWOSU Gray are currently undefeated in NECC. Looking to make this, I believe, 8-0 tonight, going into playoffs. We had a bunch of rescheduling stuff, so the games have been all over the place. But as far as I know, we have 2 Overwatch series tonight, depending on how well either team does. I don't know if Gray takes it to game 5 and Blue either stomps or gets stomped, we might not have to, but we'll have to see. We also had, I believe, some roster switch ups a little bit. I believe Balter is playing with Blue at the moment, and C is on support, and False is in for DPS. And the mic sounds really weird. I can't really tell what's going on, but we're going to have to deal with it for now. If I sound too quiet, please let me know. I think we're ready. We might just go ahead and get into Samoa. This might be the map. All right, it is the map. Buckle up, ladies and gentlemen. It's the last game for Gray in the normal season, going into playoffs. The second we get into this game. It will be eventually. All right, here we go. Got Samoa. Let's see what Gray can get done. I don't know anything about the other team. MSU, I don't know anything about them. Not sure what their history, their record is looking like. But I guess we'll just have to see. Mirror tank? Oh no. Are they going to bust out the Rhine mirror for the one time? It's the first game in the series. I don't know. Not sure. We'll see what Gray is getting up to these days, especially with the swapping. I'll have to see what False decides to play and see. What roles do they decide to fill? As I'm on the wrong side of the map. That is Blue, but I am looking for red, apparently. Okay.
Functionality looks good. One last diagnostics check couldn't hurt.
So it looks like we might be getting the Zarya. False on the Torbjorn. Interesting pick, but very tanky, kind of annoying. Yeah, let's go dogs. Everybody in chat. Let's get it. Let us go. All right. Sly Fox on the Sojourn. I don't even have that gold gun. I'm kind of jealous. I also don't have that skin. I wish I did. And on the side of MSU, we also actually have this Torbjorn. I almost said Sojourn. I'm a little tired, so forgive me. I got like no sleep last night because of all of the wind. Sly Fox just taking some damage. I'm not meaning to type. False is looking to poke down this Cassidy, but MSU grabbed this high ground for the first time. Muffin, trying to be that great equalizer, sees the tank, and C is going to get taken down immediately. Muffin does have a lot of charge here. Noir's just keeping him alive, but False and Sly are also going to fall, and it just looks like this duo are going to have to head backwards as MSU White get the point. First in this series, first in this match. Swinging the little gun for the flourish. I like it, I like it. I just got it recently on my own Ana. I had a bunch of Mythic Prisms saved up for some reason. They see the Juno flanking. Not a whole lot they can do about that. Muffin just charged up, 100% charge. The Zarya does a lot of damage now. Now they're going to have to kind of get a pick, go forward. That Cassidy's very, very low. Muffin just wants to get this pick, but he cannot find it. And Sly Fox gets taken down instead of the Ramatra. False just going to take out this turret, see what he can get done. But Noir actually gets taken down as well. False taking so much damage, but Muffin's actually just in there, 100% charge. He gets himself one. False gets another pick. They're pushing them off the point. They get 42%, and the grab comes in. Muffin gets one. He gets another one. And just this Ramatra left, SWOSU should be taking this point pretty convincingly here. Yeah, this Ramatra's out, and SWOSU are going to take the point 55% for MSU White. Muffin had to use that gravitational thingamajig, the orb, the little grav. I can't for the life of me think of what it's called. Gravitational pull, maybe? Something like that. Something like that. But they're holding up now, trying to keep all this space as Cassie's getting taken very low. I don't know how much damage he can really, really take. He's taking so much damage. Muffin gets to half health, has no shields, but 90% charge as this Cassidy is just continuously looking up. Slide trying to get some poke, and the Nano actually comes on to Muffin. He finds one. Finds a Juno, very important. He sees his Cassidy. This Cassidy cannot get away from him. That's a Nano Zarya, almost full charge, but he does get taken out. The Torbjorn does the damage, and C and False are going to have to back away as SWOSU Gray get 39% on this point, but MSU White take it back. Now, I do have some ults. They have the Torb ult, which is great for zoning. They've got the Orbital Ray. It's just a great ult overall. Noir did use Nano there, but we're coming up on Overclock for Sly Fox. We've got another Grav coming up for Muffin. He's got 45%. He's got 85, 90%, just trying to get all this percentage. Staying alive, trying to build this Grav. This Ramatra pops the form. What can he get done with it? Does not look like a whole lot as a huge anti comes out from Noir. It gets cleansed, but the Orbital Ray comes out. It's high noon, but it doesn't matter. False gets the pick, and the gravitational pull comes in. False actually gets a double. Muffin gets one. This Ramatra's just holding this point for as long as he can, trying to stall till 99, but I don't think he's going to be able to. Hopefully. 97%. All right. SWOSU's still with a big chance to do something here, as Improv is going to swap over to the Hanzo, trying to get those random picks. They're probably not going to have a chance to get up to another ultimate, and if they do, the Hanzo has a great zoning ult. But Sly Fox and False, both with their ults now. How do they want to utilize this? How do they want to utilize this? They need to really, really, really harp on not getting one shot by this Hanzo randomly. As False takes so much damage, and he actually goes down. So does Sly Fox. No ults for the side of SWOSU. Noir's just trying to stay alive, but she can't. Muffin and Noir go down, and that's going to be point, and it should be the first map going over to the side of MSU White. In this game, SWOSU are going to try to claw their way back to the point, but 67% is all they're going to get as MSU White take the first map in this series. A rough start for SWOSU. They lost the initial fight and kind of had a hard time really grasping at that point. They did end up getting it, but then unfortunately lost both their ults to stray shots from a Hanzo. I mean, the Hanzo Torb duo is just, you have to play corners. You have to really know where they are, really try to get out of line of sight, because any chance now, you could just get hit in the head with an arrow and instantly die, or get hit with an arrow in the body and get hit in the head with a Torb thing and instant die. It's really hard. You have to play that cover pretty well, and it looks like Sly Fox is actually going to hop over to the Mei. Break some line of sight for this Ramatra. Let Muffin just get charged up and do as much damage as he possibly can. Noir and C staying on the same champions. Or the same heroes, I guess. Muffin's hitting a bit of a rollout, and SWOSU are going to get on to point first. Let's see what they can do with that, though. False is taking so much damage. This is more of a poke comp from the side of SWOSU now. Got a lot of poke, And Muffin's actually just going under the Torb and under the Hanzo. They're not even looking at him. 51-67. He's got so much charge, but the Hanzo is just alive. Sly Fox taking a lot of damage, but Muffin actually gets the kill. Now looking for the backline. He sees a Kiriko. The Kiriko's very, very low. Muffin's at 100% charge now, and SWOSU do have the point. False gets taken down, but Muffin's just annihilating their backline. Gets one, gets two. Looking for the third. It should be inevitable. Potentially a fourth. That's a third, and the fourth will just barely evade him as SWOSU take this point dominantly. Good stuff from the side of SWOSU. Muffin already 77% to that grab. Noir 55% to that nano as well. This is a much better start for SWOSU. The speed ring, just to keep them out of line of sight, out of fire. And actually, there's someone flanking right now. Muffin is 70% charge, is doing a lot of damage. He grabs two of them. He actually gets both of them. The SWOSU comes out, but it's not going to save him as False and Maniac Muffin both get one. Sly Fox getting taken so low, the Ramatra ult's going to come out. Sly Fox does get taken down, but Muffin takes him down as well. And SWOSU just holding this point. This Hanzo is going to get nothing done, and that's SWOSU pushing up to 60% now. Another very, very clean fight win from SWOSU. Only using one ult as well. False is going to look for the turret spot, and he does manage to find it. All right. Noir with that nano, Sly Fox with that blizzard, and they actually swap over to the monkey, maybe looking for more of a dive. He is blocked. Sly Fox takes a lot of damage. Muffin is full charge, but he's taking a lot of damage. He's in that monkey ult. Noir's going to have to throw out a nano, and there comes the nano. Muffin does so much damage. He's got 2 kills. He's going to boost himself up, get a third. Looking for this fourth. It's just going to evade him. The Juno is so elusive. But SWOSU with 95% on this point. Is this just going to be a flawless take from SWOSU in map 2? The monkey's going to have to touch, but he does not get the touch. SWOSU Gray, an absolute dominant performance on this map 2, 100-0. Didn't even have to use the Torble. Didn't really have to use the Mei ult. And this is the team that I know. This is the team that I've cast, and this is the team that I've watched this entire season. They're doing so well that Improv is going to take a page out of Sly Fox's book. Hopping over to the Mei. Probably trying to keep Muffin. I mean, he's just walking this team right now. Probably trying to keep him out of danger in their team. As the absolute worst way to put it, but the wall will be necessary to get rid of Muffin, you know, to deal with him. He's going to have to realize that. Maybe not pushing as much, focusing the supports, but not pushing as much. What a great, cool rollout from the Zarya. Wow. Whee! All right, let's see what they can get done. Muffin's already in there. And SWOSU going to come from the top side. And actually, this is a mere DPS matchup as Muffin's going to be stuck in here by himself. He gets Mei walled off, but he's still alive. He's got 90% now, and he finds a pick onto the Juno. He's just going to have to live now. Taking so much damage, and he actually gets taken out by the Winston. So does Sly Fox. That should be first point for MSU White here. Muffin noting the Mei, maybe getting a little, going a little too far. Used to being able to just roll these teams, but the Mei makes that a little bit difficult. And the Winston to Zarya matchup isn't great for the Zarya, as they choose to take main now. There's another wall. They're just going to have to break that, and that wall doesn't actually do a whole lot this time. They have no wall now. They're going to have to try to keep Muffin alive. Taking so much damage, but also dealing just as much damage. They see that turret all the way up there. There's not a whole lot they can do from it. Muffin now going in, and that Kiriko's just going to absolutely get melted. Now he needs to stay alive. Now they can turn the tide of this fight. Muffin gets a second in the fight. A huge anti onto the Winston from Noir. The Winston's getting taken so low. Muffin gets a third in the fight. Looking for a fourth. This man's going to get all 5 by himself. And that's going to be all 5 kills by Muffin. A team kill by himself alone. It doesn't show it. It doesn't matter. Everybody knows it. As SWOSU are going to take this point. I'm sorry I'm glazing Muffin so hard. He's just getting all the kills. The rest of the team's doing a great job as well. Noir and C building up to those support ults. Muffin building up to that grab. Almost has it. He gets it at the same time that Mei gets Blizzard. The Blizzard comes out. The wall comes out, but it doesn't actually find anybody. Muffin's still here. Sly Fox. And Muffin pops the grab. A lot of damage now. The SWOSU comes out, and Muffin's actually going to have to survive this, but False gets a kill. False and the Kiriko in the back. TP gets used. False gonna have to stay alive. Muffin throws him a bubble. There's so much Overwatch happening on my screen. I don't know what to commentate. I don't know what's happening. Muffin just in their backline, melting their backline. The SWOSU gets used. False gets taken out, but Muffin trying to get a pick. Noir just looking to hold this team down steadily as SWOSU are going to overtake MSU for this point control. Muffin's going all the way in. A huge anti from Noir, and the Torb barely survives. Muffin looking to perhaps get that, but he's going to have to be careful with this May wall, just doing so much damage, getting so much poke, getting all that charge. He's almost to another grab again. Let's see what False can get done with this ult. The grab plus Torbo, and the enemy team's just taking so much damage. Look at all of this poke. The Kitsune Rush comes out. The Torbo gets used. They get denied the point. And Noir gets a kill with an anti, actually. False gets one kill with his ult. Maniac Muffin's going to get another kill. Looking to try to track this Juno. Beautiful tracking out of the side of Muffin. Sly Fox gets another. That's going to be a team kill from the side of SWOSU Gray. 80% on this point now. They have no ults. Improv swapping over to the Tracer. They need to be wary that the Juno has ult. They see where the team is coming from. I think it's on the supports right now to stay alive through this dive. They have to back up just a little bit more. Then Anti comes out. Muffin's still in this point, 77% charge. Looking to do a lot of damage, but nobody's really taking a whole lot of damage. And he's just going to have to back up. Hopefully he can stay alive to keep this charge, and yes, he can. 100% charge on the Zarya, but the point gets swapped over to MSU White. This Winston's just taking so much damage. Muffin absolutely melting this Winston. The SWOSU will have to be used early. Noir can look for an angle with an anti now. Does have the nano. You could just 3-2-1 nano Muffin. You'll get him in there. There it is. There's the nano. There's the anti. The tank is dead. The tank is absolutely fried as Muffin is frying the back line. Just walking forward. No one's really contesting him. SWOSU looking to take this point. Muffin gets 2. Sly Fox gets 1. It's just this Tracer left. And this Tracer is not Stalker. This Tracer is not Lip. And that's going to be the first map in this series, or the first game in this series, won by SWOSU Gray. A rough start, but they brought it back. And that's what I like to see. It's got to be the Muffin 5K. There's no way it isn't. It absolutely is. This man has been a machine ever since he joined this team. I don't think this quite does it justice. Oh my goodness. I'm 100% losing my voice tonight. I don't care. It's spring break. I have nothing to do after this. Good start from SWOSU Gray. He did not get the tank mirror he was looking for. I don't think it would have mattered. Let's see what they pick for the next map. I believe it's the difference between Escort and Hybrid. So I believe MSU gets to choose the game mode, and then SWOSU get to ban a map, and then MSU get to choose the map. So we'll have to see. A moment of reprieve. I gotta calm down for a second. We're just gonna get a mode pick out. I actually should have brought my drink. I had a Red Bull. I didn't bring it. I did not bring it. But yeah, SWOSU Gray looking really good, especially with a swap in. False coming in for C, C swapping in for Balter. Pretty rough for a team regardless of the players, but looks like we're going to get a swap from MSU White. We're going to get Ty and Carter swapped. I'm guessing that's the tank. All right. So we're going to get King Carter in as the tank this time. Ty going to sub out. Actually, I'm lying. I'm used to the tank being a top. That is a DPS. I'm trying to remember which one it was. I want to say it was the Torb. I think it was the Torb. We'll see what King Carter decides to play. We're actually still trying to figure out what mode we want to play. And man, the wins today, this is where I start yapping in the middle of matches. The wins tonight, okay, they're picking escort. The wins tonight and yesterday, actually, I went to bed really late, but the winds in my apartment are so loud through my window because there's like a crack or something. So all I can hear is just like a shriek of a banshee. And we're going to get Circuit Royale banned. Let's see what MSU White decide to play. And we're going to be playing Gibby. We're going to play Gibraltar. Watchpoint Gibraltar. I don't think I've actually seen this in the league so far. So definitely excited to see what that is. Oh, look, they're kissing. How kind. They want a tank mirror. They really do. I think they're just here to have fun. Yeah, it was great support work that round. A lot of crazy antis out of Noir, good nanos. C just holding it down on the Juno. Orbital Ray as soon as he needs to be. I mean, everybody's just keeping up. I think the only reason that first round was kind of lost was because there was just a bunch of poke. I think a couple of stray shots might have caught off a couple of players, but they picked it up and they brought it back. They brought back the reverse sweep of sorts. All right, once everybody's done kissing, I think we should be getting into the second game. Alrighty, everybody's in. And we are getting this game on. Yeah, W SWOSU Gray. Everybody put a W in the chat. I'll even put a W in the chat. I'm 3 minutes late. I don't care. W in the chat. Second game, let's see what these teams want. Got SWOSU on the defense, it looks like, first. Let's see what they want to play. I'm honestly not sure. Like, I'm not a big tank guy. I know Sigma's great on this map because, like, realistically, the defense is probably going to be up here. They're either going to come through here or, like, try to take point below. Zarya's good for bubbling, but I feel like there's not a whole lot you can really do as a tank yourself. But we'll have to see. And King Carter's on the Sombra. So the back line of SWOSU Gray is going to really, really have to make it a rule that the commentator has to bark every team kill. I don't know about all that. We'll see. We'll see. Do I need to start barking every team kill? Is that my thing? Mighty screams, that's going to be a team kill. Should this be my commentator thing? I don't know. We'll see. Unanimous? It's going to sound like a dog pound in here, bro. We get team kills like every 2 seconds. All right, let's get into it. Does he have camera set up for this? Oh my gosh, he does. Okay, hold on. Are these are not, never mind. This isn't what I'm looking for. All right, that's not a tank. That's not a tank mirror in the slightest. False turret. I get taken down by this Hanzo. It's actually kind of a hard position to play, but they're all up here, so the Sombra can't really get a whole lot done. I think they notice the Sombra's behind them. And Sly Fox is actually going to get taken out by that Hanzo. It's this poke I'm talking about. It's just really hard. You can't really constantly peek it. False notices are going around. The Sombra actually goes up top. They're just taking this point right now, but SWOSU have the high ground. They can drop at a moment's notice. C's going to get taken out by the Hanzo as well. Now Muffin's going to have to get involved. A huge anti coming out from the side of Noir, but the cleanse immediately happens. Muffin is just going to get hit by that virus, and he's taking so much damage, he's going to have to live. Noir gets taken down. Muffin's just by himself, going to have to find this health pack. He does find the health pack. 45%. He's just going to have to try to get his way out of here, taking so much damage. Has one shield at the last second. He manages to get the shield. Can he take out the Sombra? He does take out the Sombra. He gets the first trade. I think that might be the first kill for the side of SWOSU Gray, as they're going to have to hold this without their tank if they can. The Hanzo ult comes in, and SWOSU are going to lose this first point pretty quickly. Not too great, but this second point is definitely a lot easier. Well, I don't even know, actually. I feel like all these points are pretty hard to attack. This monkey is just taking a lot of space as the pause is going to come through. Oh no. Guys, what are we going to do in a pause? We have to come up with a strat. All right. Here's the strat. If the Hanzo shoots an arrow, just dodge it. Or just pretend it doesn't exist. All right, we got some tech difficulties. We're getting back into it. I'm glad this pause wasn't like 20 minutes. I've watched some esports where it's like 20 minutes. It's rough, but this pause is pretty quick. Should be getting back into this relatively soon. C, notably, just got taken out by the Winston. The Winston just jumped up there. And this Hanzo is actually getting so much value. I almost feel like potentially like a Reinhardt might be a little better. I'm not sure. Sly's trying to lure this monkey in, but it's not really going to happen. Muffin's still pretty low. Actually gets knocked off a high ground. That's going to be rough for him. He's going to get hacked. The Sombra's on him, but the Sombra's taking so much damage. The Sombra can't survive, but neither can he. Doesn't have a shield, and this monkey is just holding his team hostage. They've got to get out of here. They've got to make some space. A huge anti onto the monkey from Noir. It gets taken so low. The sleep barely misses, but Noir's actually just going to get the kill onto the Hanzo. And now MSU White, they're trying to back cap. Almost a C9, but SWOSU are going to find it. And now here's where they've got to lock in. They've got to really lock in. Sly Fox gets the pick. They have to lock in. They have to make sure the Sombra cannot back cap, which means one of them, at least, is going to have to play on this point. They see the Sombra. Sly's trying to do something about it. Not a whole lot to be done. The council has decided I must bark for the dogs. All right, if we get a team kill, I'll start barking. I'm so sorry for any... Oh, nice shot from Sly. I'm sorry for anybody in the arena to have to see this. Sly's just... Wait. Oh, we're firing at will. The Graviton Surge, that's what it's called. The grab gets used from Muffin, but the Primal also gets used by the side of Wolf. Wolf is taken so low, though. He's taking a lot of damage. He can just die here, but he gets nanoed. The nano comes out. He's still so low, 65%. And the Blizzard gets used by Sly Fox. Everything getting used to try to protect this point. The EMP comes out, but Muffin gets the Kiriko. Sly Fox gets another one. False Savior. The ult from C comes out. Everybody doing so much. That's going to be a team kill. All right. We gonna see my Junkrat? Heck no, brother. Get out. Yeah, come join the team. Come join the team. All right. This is the SWOSU I like. 3 minutes on the point now. Muffin is just taking as much space as he can. All right. He's just on top of this Hanzo. He has to be careful of getting hacked. That shield is going to make him take a lot of damage, but he actually is using the Zarya tech to get back up here. False finds himself a pick. They're trying to back cap, but that Sombra's just throwing. Noir gets the kill. Muffin taking so much damage, barely gets taken out by the Winston, the Nano, just a little bit too late, and now they're going to have to survive without their tank. They still have this Nano. Let's see what he decides to use it on. Sly Fox taking so much damage, just stalling this point, trying to get everybody just back. Sly Fox gets a pick. Sly Fox is going to have to survive until the tank gets back, but the tank does get back. Sly Fox finds himself a double, and Noir gets the last kill. 10-player kill streak for Sly Fox, and SWOSU are going to hold it again. Another minute down on the clock. What do you mean, oh no? All right. They're kind of doing the thing. They had 5 minutes on this point, brought down to 2 minutes. SWOSU holding this very dominantly. Ooh, nice headshot by Sly. Looking for another one. They see the Kiriko teleport. Muffin just holding this high ground, making sure that not a whole lot can happen. No shenanigans of any sort. He tries to get up on the top. I don't know if that's even possible. I'm going to be honest. That Kiriko's taken so low. The Kitsune rush from the side of MSU is going to come out, but the Nano from the side of SWOSU is going to come out. And he's just melting this Hanzo. This Hanzo's taking so much damage, and he finds the Hanzo. Noir in the back line finds the Monkey. The Kiriko's going to get taken out. Noir actually with a double kill. My bad. My bad. Terrible at observing, but Noir's going to get a double kill. Potentially a 3K. That's another minute off the clock for SWOSU. I thought that Slyfox just used ult, and that would have been crazy. 1 minute left on the clock. And SWOSU have 2 ults. They have the Torable, they have the Zarya ult, and the Improv swapped over to the Reaper, trying to break these bubbles, but I don't think it's going to matter. Muffin has his ult. He's looking to get up here and just fight this Winston, but it's not going to happen. He finds the Reaper. What's this Reaper going to do? He's taking so much damage, he has to immediately use his thing, and the gravitational surge comes out. This Monkey's just stuck. Slyfox melts 1. False is taking so much damage, but the Torbolt is everywhere. It's all over the floor. Trying to get more done. Muffin gets another pick, trying to find this other one, but False gets another one. Sly also gets another one. Only this Ana left. 17 seconds now. They're going to have to find a really, really quick touch. 10 seconds on the clock. And Muffin's up here to body block. I don't think they get a touch. If they get a touch, it's got to be the Sombra, and it's got to be now. They see the Sombra. Can they melt the Sombra before she touches? She does get the touch, but the Sombra's going to die. Now a 4v5, turned into a 4v4 if this Lucio dies. The Lucio dies. Slyfox gets himself a double. Improv finds C in the back. Sly's looking for a triple. Sly finds a triple. Justice Reaper left. Sly has ult. He's going to throw it on cart. He just has to survive. The ult will knock them off the cart, and that's going to be a hold before the second point for SWOSU Gray. 5 minutes on the clock, tick down to 0 without a point. Good stuff. You're going to clip me barking? All right. Make sure to post it everywhere. I love my job. It's these rocky starts that build for ecstatic finishes. Let's see what MSU decides to play on defense now. I don't think the Winston's necessarily going to be the comp that they look towards. And I honestly think if SWOSU Gray can just, if they can get Muffin charged up a bit, they can just walk on high ground and trounce whatever they want to do, as they're actually going to swap over to that Sigma I was talking about earlier. You're sorry for what you've done? No, you're fine. I'm not worried about it. Hey, I'm not going to be here forever, all right? I got to have my fun while I'm here. King Carter deciding. I don't know why I'm spectating him. All right. Sorry. He's deciding against the Soldier, going to play the Mei. Mei, Ashe, Sigma. This is a very, very strong poke comp. But Sigma into Zarya is not good. Not good in the slightest. Yeah, that's what's up, Pancakes. That's what's up. Everybody get those dog emotes in chat. Let's go, dogs. 4 minutes on the clock. They're looking to take the high ground. This is a little bit sneaky from the side of SWOSU. I actually like it. They're going to show themselves. They're just going to speed boost across. They see them all. They're going to take this high ground. Great, great start for the side of SWOSU. It's actually a very, very strong point. They do have the high ground here. Do they have someone pushing cart? They do. The anti just goes a little bit wide, but Muffin just looking to take this space. He's going to find a lot of it, actually, and just melting this Sigma right now. 70%. The Mei comes up on top of him. Can't get a whole lot done. He's actually just going to go straight for this Ana. He shields the sleep, and now he's just going to melt everybody. That's 2. Looking for a third. He finds a third. Muffin is just walking forward. He's the Muffin Man, and everybody has heard of him. Just this Ashe left. And he's looking for the 5K, and he's going to find the 5K. Not quite a team kill, but that's going to be a great start for SWOSU. MSU are going to get the touch. 1.4 meters left, but they're taking so much damage getting into this that they're realistically just feeding SWOSU ults. False and Noir both get one. Muffin gets another one. This Sigma's all that's left, but he's just going to get absolutely melted. It doesn't really matter. That grasp is not going to do anything, as SWOSU have just about the same amount of time on the clock as MSU did. They're still pushing forward. Their spawns haven't swapped. This Mei is locked in here, and Sly's trolling just a little bit. All right, this May is stuck. This May is just going to accept her fate as SWOSU look to push this second point. Muffin already has ult. They're already getting a lot of great space, and he's going to go onto the high ground. I don't know if they thought he was going to do this as the... Where did that grab go? His grab went a little bit wide, but he's at 100% charge. He just needs to survive. He gets the health pack, and he survives. Muffin and Sly Fox both get their one. And now MSU are going to really have to try to hold this, but Muffin's already just in their spawn. He's in their spawn, 4 meters, 3 meters, 2 meters. The wall comes out, and SWOSU Gray take the second game. Doesn't matter if his grab is going to Narnia. They're still taking it regardless. He pushes into spawn. And who else? This guy got another 5K this game. Let's get it. SWOSU Gray taking a 2-0 lead in this final series of the entire season up until playoffs. Who is MSU? I'm not 100% sure. I'm guessing it's like Michigan State. I'll look it up, though. Midwestern State University, maybe? It's either Michigan or Midwestern. All right, third map. We're going to push. Runasapi has already been banned. Will we see the Coliseum? I hope so. It actually is SWOSU Gray's ban, but MSU get to choose. Biggest W of the night is Pancakes being in chat. Like, actually. This guy's an enigma, but we love him. I miss him. Come back. Y'all won again. Wow. SWOSU Gray doing the thing. They didn't even... I mean, they just didn't slow down on that attacking half. He is the Muffin Man. Hot take, though. Muffins are so much better than cupcakes. I'll say it. Like a banana muffin or like a blueberry muffin. Like a cinnamon muffin. Beautiful. No, this Maniac Muffin guy is just a demon. I don't know what to say. He's just different. No worries, we also ban Renasapi. Everybody hates that map, man. That map's good. I don't know. I'm going to go ahead and check in on the blue game, see how they're going. All right, let's see what MSU White decides to choose for this potential final map. No best of sevens just yet. I do remember having 2 best of sevens in the same night, and it was a very, very late night. He does have that dog in him. They've all got that dog in him. Them. We're SWOSU dogs, of course. We'll get this third map eventually. MSU is a web browser? I believe that's MSN. Good try, though. MSU suck? Oh, come on, guys. Don't be mean. Hey, we are going to Coliseum, or however that is spelled. I believe that is the side dish that most people throw away. Unban me, please. I'm very sorry. I just noticed your name. I don't fight in chat. Coloseo. Cole's Sword Art Online. This is the last regular season match for SWOSU Gray. They're undefeated so far. I believe playoffs pick up maybe next week or the week after that. I'm not quite sure. But yes. And then after this game, they should still be in the game. We will be spectating SWOSU Blue. What do you mean, take my mic away? No, they're so much better. Like, okay, what's your favorite kind of, like, cupcake or muffin? I have to know. I'm a big fan of, like, I think, like, anything with cinnamon in it. I'm just a cinnamon guy. Or, like, a coffee cake type muffin. I don't know. Wiener? Wait a second. All right, we should be getting this match eventually. One of these days. Everybody's taking a lap. Sorry, there's a 3-minute delay. It's really I hate having a delay because I can't just like answer something. I answer it and then you have to wait 3 minutes for my answer. So I guess I'll just start typing stuff if I'm going to answer somebody. All right, we're going into third match, potentially the last map for SWOSU Gray in this season. Okay. This one also has... These cams are a lot better. I'll say that. These cams are fire. How many does he have? Goodness. Okay, only 8. Only 8. I love this map so much. This might be the best push map. I think Runasapi might just be a little better. I love that map, but this one's incredible. This change makes it even better. I'll be honest. All right, and this could be it. Wait, he has a galaxy weapon. That looks sick. That's the first one I've seen. Wait a second. He's just styling on them. All right. Wolf finally busting out the Zarya. Hopefully looking for the mirror, but it might not come out. Was he going to swap to Doomfist or something? He's not. All right, we are getting the Muffin Reinhardt. He's got the Toronto Defiant skin. Shout out to, what is that, Kaluge? Shout out to Kaluge. Game 3. Let's get some dog pogs in chat. Let's go. All right, False and Sly on the same picks. They see the improv Genji. They notice the Zarya. See what they can get done. Reinhardt is a good match into Zarya. trying to walk forward, trying to get this pin. He does find the pin onto the Zarya. Zarya's getting taken very low, but he gets taken even lower. His improv actually just takes him out. They're going to have to back up. This Genji may be proving a little difficult. And the Zarya, notably, very difficult because she can just retain charge between fights. So SWOSU Gray are going to have to back up a little bit on this one. Genji is up top. This Mei should just kind of melt this Genji. Finds the soldier out of position a little bit. False is just going to have to, or not, sorry. Muffin's just going to have to get in there. Looking for a pin, does not find the pin. He's just going to start beating up this Zarya. Zarya's taking a lot of damage, but Noir actually gets taken out by the Genji in the back. The Genji is on false as well. Maybe not quite seeing him, and this Juno's getting taken very low, but Muffin's going to get taken out by this soldier, and now it's just Sly on the point, doing a little bit of damage, but SWOSU Gray can't really find their footing. Banana Nut, that's fire. Red Velvet Cupcakes are elite. Actually, that sounds really, really good. I'm not going to lie. Muffin swaps back over to the Zarya. Coffee Cake is not a muffin, sorry. Okay, but coffee cakes are just incredible. I had a coffee cake phase for a while where that's like any sweet, it just had to be a coffee cake. The Genji is in the back line. Muffin finds this Genji, and this Zarya is actually going to be really good against this Genji. Genji can't really do a whole lot against Zarya other than deflect a grab. This soldier's getting taken down so low and actually just jumps off the map. All right, False getting some damage. Muffin just going forward. They find the Juno. And SWOSU Gray look to take this point. Noir just getting some chip damage onto the Zarya. Actually, a lot of damage onto the Zarya. Looking for the finish with the anti. Fire in the hole. Does not find it. Muffin will find the pick, though. Muffin gets another one. They noted the Genji behind them, but there's not a whole lot he can do unless he tries to blade, and I don't think that's going to work. SWOSU finally get the bot. And this Zarya has constantly been a problem for the side of MSU, so let's see what SWOSU can do. Trying to get this bot into a better position. Oh, the tech coming out of Muffin. He gets the high ground. This Genji's going to have to try to contest that. And he actually gets taken down, but the Genji gets taken down as well. All right, no blade on the side of MSU. They're just going to try to melt the Zarya. The Zarya is absolutely getting melted, but the Suzu comes in. Saves her life. King Carter gets the pick onto Sly Fox. And they need to look past the Zarya. The Zarya is taking so much damage. The Zarya is still alive. The Zarya gets taken out. All right. Muffin has 100% charge. He's got to start melting people. He's got to start melting people. False in the background, trying to fight this soldier. Will he get the kill? Yes, he will. The Genji blade comes out. He finds one. He finds two, but I don't think that's going to be enough. Against a fully charged Zarya, no siree. The Genji's just hiding. No! Muffin. Ah, nice try. All right. MSU will get the bot back. SWOSU get about 40 meters of push. This Genji and this Juno, the duo, trying to hold this point as Sly Fox gets taken out. This Genji's proven to be a real problem. Muffin's going to have to definitely just focus this guy down. Trying to get charges. Oh, what a huge grab. No Suzu, no Suzu. He's going to do a lot of damage. False finds one. He's got to stay alive now. That Zarya is a lot of charge. Both of them do. False is alive. Right now would not be the worst time to pop the ult, but he actually gets nanoed. Muffin gets nanoed. He finds one. C finds another one. And it's just the Zarya now. The Zarya's going to have to get out, and the Zarya will not find out. There's no way she does. No more charge for the side of MSU. And now SWOSU in a really, really good position to take this lead potentially. Okay. Muffin's getting up there a little bit. SWOSU looking for this checkpoint. Looks like they might find it. As the Genji swaps back over to the Sombra. I think that's actually better for the side of SWOSU is they're actually going to take the lead. Oh, what a huge anti from Noir. I didn't even notice that. A huge anti from Noir. They do get a sleep. False gets one with the ult. Improv and Mr. Man take back one apiece. Sly Fox just going to have to annihilate this Kiriko, but he's also got his tank with them. Muffin finds both of them, and SWOSU take the lead. All right. Muffin getting up to that grab. The soldier is just straight up inting, and so is this Juno. They're both going in. I don't know why they're going in. They're taking so much damage. This Juno actually gets taken out. All right. Now it's a... actually, they weren't inting as much as I thought. I thought the team was there. Actually, he's looking to get the grab, trying to find that Zarya. If she gets taken down so low, 1 health, but he's not going to find it. Perhaps a little overzealous from the side of Maniac Muffin. Not something we see too often, but SWOSU do have the lead. All right, they noticed one over there. Muffin back on the point again. False's turret gets taken out. Muffin just gathering his charge. That's actually a huge wall into the Zarya. The Zarya taking so much damage, doesn't have a bubble. She's going to have to die. She's going to have to die right here and right now if you want to win this fight. And she doesn't. The visor gets popped from the side of MSU. Noir actually finds the pick onto him. Everybody gets taken so low. Going to have to keep this Zarya alive, but everyone's taking so much damage she had to reload. And that's going to be checkpoint for the side of MSU. I don't know if SWOSU are going to find this touch before they inevitably get the lead. 2 meters now, and MSU are going to take the lead. Zarya got taken very, very low. Sly doing a lot of damage. Sly looking to get a pick, and actually no SWOSU from the side of MSU. That's huge. They don't notice the person behind. I think they just finally did. The grab gets used. Everybody's just pressing ults right now. Let's see what happens. False actually finds a pick in the back line. All right. Winnable. Winnable. Very, very winnable. The Kiriko's very low. Sly Fox gets 2. Sly Fox with the ult. Sly Fox gets 3. Muffin gets another one, and that's going to be a team kill from the side of SWOSU. Keeping them alive in this map. They do have that nano. They had to use 2 ults that fight, but that's all right. No ults on the side of MSU. SWOSU just need to farm their ults up. Need to take this poke game. Need to get Muffin as much charge as possible. One is in their back line. Muffin taking a lot of damage. He is at 100% charge now. They do notice the person in the back line, but they're just going to have to ignore him for now. They can nano if they choose to. They can nano. Grab comes out of the side of SWOSU, and that's going to melt her. That's 1. Muffin looking for more. Gets the nano. That's a 2nd. Looking for more. Maybe the EMP. That's a 3rd. C gets the other pick. It's so much to keep up with. I like how they have the low symbol now when people get low. SWOSU Gray winning another team fight. They had to use 2 ults, but they're going to have false ult for this next fight. They're going to have double support ults for the side of MSU. SWOSU have to be careful of that as they look to take control of this bot. There it is. Noir's going to have to hit a pretty big anti. The anti just goes a little bit wide. C gets taken down, but Muffin's still doing a lot of damage. Unfortunately, his backline is just kind of getting shredded right now as False pulls out the ult. And actually, the floor is lava. It makes it really hard for MSU to do a whole lot about this. The Zarya's taking so much damage. The Zarya gets taken down. It's just a 2v2 now. 2v1, he gets the pick. It's just a 1v1 now. Him versus the Sombra. He does so much damage. It's a 1v2. He's going to get hacked. He's going to get hacked, and he's going to get taken down as SWOSU cannot convert that fight. My throat. Pray for me, chat. Pray for me. See, I'm getting nervous now. What the heck? All right, they're coming up on 4 ults for the side of MSU and 2.5 ults for the side of SWOSU. If we can just get an early pick out, this is actually a great time to do it. Oh, they got bubbled last second. All right. There's an anti. There's the grab. No SWOSU. The counter grab. They're just trying to do as much damage as they can. Improv and False both get 1. The Kitsune Rush comes out from the side of MSU. Improv gets 2. The freeze comes out, but it's not going to find a whole lot of purchase. Noir hits a crazy anti, but I don't think it's going to be enough. As MSU win this team fight, SWOSU now have to pretty much win this team fight and go all the way through. As Maniac Muffin and Sly Fox both use their ults that fight. This is going to be C ult versus King Carter ult. Let's see what they can get done. He's already in there. Teleport already having to be used. The Zarya taking so low. They're just going to have to burn this Zarya out. She gets healed by the Sombra, but it does not matter. False finds the pick. They're actually just in their spawn right now. You guys can't really be worrying about all this. The Sly Fox is going to. The Kiriko has to teleport out. It doesn't really matter. SWOSU are going to convincingly win that fight. They had to use their ult, but King Carter also had to use his ult. They're getting a couple of staggers. This is huge. All right, Noir's going to have nano. Muffin getting as much charge as he can. Their soldier is actually very, very low. Just going to try to build for this grab. He is closer to the grab than the other team. That's actually a huge anti coming out, but it doesn't really matter because it's a Zarya. The Zarya is taking so much damage, though. That's a huge wall. That's the last... that was the last bubble. All right. Muffin getting a pick. They're just going to have to melt the Zarya. The Zarya is taken so low. The Zarya gets taken out. All right. Muffin is still alive. Muffin and Sly Fox. Sly Fox actually gets taken out. So much damage happening everywhere. I just got a huge lag spike, and that's going to be the first map win for MSU White. And SWOSU Gray are going to lose their first map in the series. It was very, very, very close. But Sly Fox with the play of the game. If we don't get the match, we get the play of the game. What a good ult. Finds one, finds two, and actually finds the third. And well, that was a headshot, but Muffin kind of took it a little bit. Their Curie's kind of cracked. Yeah, they are kind of cracked. All right, so this goes to a game 4. This will be Flashpoint. Will we see New Junk City or will we see Saravasa? All right. New Junk's getting banned, I believe. Looks like we're going to Saravasa. Oh, wait. Are we going to New Junk? Oh, yeah. I guess we just get a pick. No, we got this. We got this for sure. Funnily enough, SWOSU Gray is the only team that I've seen, I believe so far, that actually plays New Junk City. As Ty is going to go back in for Carter. No more soldier gameplay. Alrighty, alrighty. Let's see if SWOSU Gray can get it done this map. I have so much faith. I think this is their map. I think they look really, really good on this map. I'm not going to lie. Cannot lie, cannot tell a fib. Let me actually get an update on how the blue game is going right now. Let me message the captain. We will see. And honestly, if Muffin wanted to play like, probably not a Doomfist, but if you want to play a Reinhardt, I think this is a much better map for that. It's a lot closer. The shield really does a whole lot more. And if he can get like, okay, we're going to do, okay, so if they're coming from here, if he can manage to get like here or like even here, which would be crazy, before they can take the space as a Reinhardt, he can get a whole lot done. Oh, yeah. No reverse sweep nonsense coming in here. I think we're just going to take it here. Still sticking onto the Zarya. He is pausing quite a bit. We'll have to see. I think it'll just be the Zarya. I'm really shocked that they're playing the Torb. Like, both teams. I feel like Torb's not that crazy. They're not ready for the season to be over? Yeah. They've been having too much fun winning. They decided to try losing to see what it was like, and I don't think they probably like it. Zarya Mir comes in. Trying to just check for the Sombra. They can't really quite find her yet. This Juno's just taking a lot of damage. Oh, it gets bubbled at the last second. Good bubble from the side of the MSU Zarya, but False just gets the pick onto the Sombra. All right, that's their Sombra gone. No more bubbles for the side of MSU. And Muffin at 70% now. This Zarya taking so much damage, doesn't really have any bubbles to take care of herself. Finds the one bubble. You know that's her last bubble. She gets taken down. All right, now this Juno's going to get melted. The Juno does get melted. Noir gets unfortunately taken down, but that's going to be... I didn't realize that MSU took that point at the start. That's going to be point taken for SWOSU. And this point in Flashpoint ticks up extremely quickly. 75% and chilling for Muffin. 65% already to that ult. They do spot check that Sombra. They find her. False's turret's just going to be taken down. That is a pretty good wall, but Muffin's actually just going to go for the back line here. Going to go for this Torb. A lot of damage on the Torb, but not enough damage to finish him off. He does have 100% charge now. Just doing damage, and they are ticking this point up quickly. C is going to get taken down, but they did get the sleep. Actually, that's a crazy sleep. Wolf is going to get another one, but Muffin is still alive. Muffin actually uses the grav. He does grab the enemy Zarya. Maybe not the best. Noir's just going to keep him alive, and they get 74% of the point before having to back up. SWOSU with point advantage here. They do see the Sombra. Trying to spot check the Sombra, but C is actually going to get taken out by the Curie. Muffin's trying to deal with the Sombra. The Sombra is actually just barely going to get out. I don't really know how there. Slyfox kind of walls them into their own thing, and now MSU have more on the point. SWOSU are going to really have to push here if they want to get this first point. %. The Nano comes out on the side of SWOSU, just going to give that Nano to Muffin. Keep him alive, keep him doing damage. And he's actually going to get the... Wait, was that... That was well, not an Ajax, but an Orbital Rajax. As the Nano comes out from the side of MSU, Muffin actually gets taken down so low. Support's not really there to help him, and now it's just going to be the DPSs versus the DPSs. But it looks like the DPSs for the side of SWOSU are going to take this. The Sombra just exists, but she cannot kill this Mei. And I don't think they get a touch. SWOSU should be taking this first point. There we go. SWOSU taking that first point. It was very, very close, but they got it. And Jubbin joined just because he can. All right, SWOSU taking the first out of 3 points on this Flashpoint map. A little scary, not going to lie, but they are on this second point first, which is huge. Muffin just getting that ult, or not that ult, that Zarya charge. 59%, their Zarya's actually just out. No SWOSU, no anything. But they can't quite find the kill, as they're going to have to back up. Their Sombra's getting taken so low, they're going to have to find her. And they can't quite finish the kill. Oh, what a huge wall onto the Zarya. The Zarya's taken so low, but once again, actually the Zarya gets taken out. What a huge pick from the side of SWOSU. Muffin gets another pick. They don't get the point first, but they should be able to get it just now. I don't know about that Orbital Ray. I don't really know what we're fighting here, but to secure the point, it's fine. SWOSU get the point. MSU get 17% based off heroics only. SWOSU take that second point. Muffin does have that grav. Maybe look for a target other than just their Zarya this time. Torb is cracked? Sure. Something like that. Oh, what a huge wall. This would be a great time for a grav, honestly. No SWOSU, no nothing. And there's the grav I was talking about. What a huge grab out from the side of SWOSU. Muffin being an absolute maniac, literally and figuratively. His name does not disappoint as SWOSU pushing 60% now. Sly does have that Blizzard. The Sombra trying to back cap, not getting a whole lot done. This Sombra has purely been in this game just to back cap. SWOSU gets 70% now. MSU are going to have to start looking to touch pretty soon. I'm guessing the Sombra is going to have to do it. But 80% is just about one fight territory. The wall comes out on the Zarya again. They're just going to have to burst her shield. Burst her shield down, and they're going to take out the Kiriko. The Kiriko dies. That's the support down. Muffin and False both get one. Improv is going to get one. Just pandemonium currently on the point. Muffin barely gets taken out at the end. And they are going to lose the point, but they do have that 99%, meaning one fight territory. Just saving ults. Noir has the the Nano, sorry. False coming up on that Torbolt. Sly with the Blizzard. Muffin builds his ults every fight, so I wouldn't be shocked if he had one by that time. Torb is really good this season. See, I don't really play as much anymore, so I wouldn't really know. I just know he's pretty annoying. His perks make him even more annoying. The Sombra's in the back line. I think they're just going to have to ignore this Sombra for now if they want to touch this point. Muffin getting taken down a little bit, but Sly Fox finds the Sombra. That's the pick. They need to capitalize on this now. One bubble out from the Zarya. The Molten Core comes out from both sides. Actually, False hasn't used his yet. This would be a really good time to use it, but he's just going to get a bunch of poke. The Zarya is dead. Ding dong, the Zarya is dead. So is the Torb. The Juno's going to be dead soon, and SWOSU, although they brought it to 99%, SWOSU are going to take this point back, and they're going to get the second point in this match. That's going to be another team kill, and that's going to be point 2 taken. One more point until they get to playoffs. One more point, and they didn't use False's ult. They didn't use Muffin's ult. I told you he'd build it back in this fight. This guy's a demon. I believe MSU will be at point first this time, and this is kind of a difficult one to get to. But SWOSU not too far behind. It unlocks in 15 seconds, so they should be able to just get in here. Potentially looking for a grab, and there's the grab. There's the immediate grab, and he does get the Juno pick. That's 2. False uses his ult as well. Improv and Mr. Man both going to get a pick. This stupid turret is on the ceiling. Mr. Man's going to get a second, but this Curie is stuck here. Nowhere to go, nowhere to run, and nowhere to hide as SWOSU look to take this point for the first time. Look to be the first to take this point. This Sombra is just staggering as SWOSU take the point. Coming in from the top now. They're going to have to play on point. This Sombra is being an absolute menace, just threatening this back cap, and Muffin's team isn't really here with him. He does get hacked, but the orbital ray comes out. The EMP also comes out, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. The Zarya gets melted. Sly Fox hitting every single shot possible. As SWOSU look to take the point back. They did lose the point, but they're going to take it back. 25% and counting, only 12% for MSU. Sly Fox has that blizzard. They can hold it up here. They know they like coming from this area. 40% now. SWOSU caster, thank you so much. I try my best. I love my job so much. The wall comes out in the Hanzo. The Hanzo's going to get taken so low. Actually, he's not. I am completely and totally lying to you. He didn't even get shot once. But Sly Fox is going to get taken really low. There comes out the Blizzard. He doesn't really have a wall to back up on this, but it doesn't matter. It's huge zoning, 70% now. They're going to really have to touch. Noir does get taken down. Sly Fox is looking for this pick. He walls them off. Muffin just battling this Zarya, but he doesn't have both of his supports with him. He also doesn't have any charge or shields. He's actually in a pretty bad position right now. 90% for SWOSU. Okay. They're going to get 99%, but I think they're just going to lose point here. That is absolutely fine. They got what they wanted. They got that 99%. Now they can just play for ults. And they're going to get Nano pretty soon. And if they Nano Muffin, he's going to get grab in like 3 seconds. All right, an update on SWOSU Blue. They have lost the first map, unfortunately knocking them out of playoffs. But I still should be able, hopefully after this game, to cast them. The rest of it, all right, let's see what they can do. They're going to use Molten Core. SWOSU are just going to back up. They don't need to fight this yet. They just need to survive the ults, and that they do. As I say that, False does get taken down. The grab gets used as well, and they're just looking to press this. Everybody's taking so much damage, and the Torb is actually going to get a triple. That's going to be this point taken for MSU. I don't think they can get a touch. I don't really think they can hold it, and MSU are going to take this next point. SWOSU looking very healthy on ults, though. They should be able to get this next point. Actually, it's much closer to them than MSU. Or I'm just fully lying. I'm pretty sure it's relatively even, but we're getting these speed boosts in, getting everybody in there. They meet at the same time. The clash of the Zaryas will be legendary. A huge wall into the Zarya. The Zarya taking so much damage. That's the last shield. That's the last shield the Zarya's taken down. Improv trades with Noir. Zarya, but Sly Fox gets a trade back again. Sly Fox looking to be lethal in this thing. This game. The flashpoint opens up. I'm getting tongue-tied, and SWOSU take the point for the first time. I need to stop saying that. SWOSU take the point first. Pushing up this percentage. Pushing P, if you will. Pushing P, if you will. And now they just have to hold this choke. 20%. Sly Fox taking a lot of damage, but he's holding this wall. This could be the wall. 30% now. The wall comes out. This would be a good place. The Blizzard comes out. No more. Oh, but he gets taken down. The Zarya's taken so low. The Zarya gets taken out. A good trade. The turret gets taken out. 45% for SWOSU now. They cannot push without their tank, but SWOSU can push with their tank. The Juno gets taken out. 50% now for SWOSU. Looking to push this team back to spawn. The Kiriko gets taken out. 60% for SWOSU. Muffin gets a triple. Another player gets taken out. 65% for SWOSU. They have 4 out of 5 ults. 70% on the point. I cannot imagine a world where this goes sideways. Mighty is so good. No, Mighty's the best. Mighty's the actual GOAT. 90%. He's got the grab. He hits the grab onto the wall. Do they touch? Do they touch? They do not touch, and SWOSU Gray are going to be undefeated going into playoffs. Masterclass out of all the players tonight, even with the sub. It does not matter. They look absolutely dominant. An 8-0 season, and who else? Who else to get the play of the game but Muffin? This guy has been frying his mind off this series. The Zarya's been doing him well all series long. What a finale. Great job from the side of SWOSU Gray. I'm so excited that they're getting into playoffs. Most of this team is new, and they are showing brilliance. Wow. Well, that was a series. That was definitely a series. I'm clapping. I don't know if you can hear that. All right. SWOSU Blue have won their next game. And I'm going to try to swap over to the SWOSU Blue game if I can get an invite. But SWOSU Gray just looking so good tonight. Looking absolutely phenomenal. They lost 1 map, but it doesn't matter. They won 3. Let's see if they're in a game. They're in the lobby, but they're not in the game. I might be able to get an invite. I'm not sure. Let's go. Man, I've never cast like a game like that. I've never cast playoffs either. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Unfortunately, SWOSU Blue did just get knocked out of playoffs, but I do get to cast the rest of their series. So don't go anywhere. We've got more Overwatch to see, more Overwatch to observe. I am going to message Cairo and see if I can grab an invite real quick. Pushing P is crazy. Hey, it worked. Hi, everybody's getting off. No, all my friends. I don't think that we are a host for Blue, so I can't necessarily just join in. Let's go. I'm 3 minutes ahead of you guys, but I'm reading all the chat. It's awesome. Supports the real MVP? Yeah. I know I don't watch the support super often. It's really hard to watch everybody at once. But they were doing phenomenally. Some crazy antis from Noir, great nanos. C just getting a couple of picks there and here and there, keeping everybody alive, just being the support equalizer. if you will. Where he's actually, I mean, he doesn't play support. He's usually the DPS player, so he did a phenomenal job tonight. Uh, Trying to get me into this other game. I'm not getting these invites. I can't join. I'm sorry. It's not letting me join. Yeah, let me in. I want in. Let me in the game. Let me in the game. They did not work. No, they didn't. Oh, we're in. We're in. We're in. We're in. Okay. Okay. I wasn't in a custom game. I was sitting in the menus. All right. Okay. Well, this is game 3. I believe this series is 1-1. We've got Balter in support, Cairo on DPS. So some changes for blue as well. Yeah, we are ready. I apologize for all that. But now, let me change the stream title. Let me get the stream titles changed here. All right, and we are looking golden for this game, this series. I haven't seen Cairo on DPS in a while. I am ready to see him fry. Look at the Widow Mythic. Uh, I don't think I can. I don't think I'm gonna get it either. I mean, I'm sure it's cool. 1 second. You want to cast, or you just up here? All right. Good stuff though. That was crazy. I should be getting into this game 3 pretty soon. Hopefully. There's a grapple swing? Oh, does she have a flourish? Wait a second. I need to get it. The mics are a little messed up right now, so I can like barely hear myself. Yeah, they're just busting out the Valorant inspects, honestly. Not a bad idea. Undefeated into playoffs. Not bad. Oh, we're getting a map change from Runesapa to Esperanza. Assuming head coach, by the way. I did bark for you earlier. I better be the best caster. No, Mighty's awesome. I love Mighty. Yeah, I barked earlier. They told me to bark if you guys got another team kill, so you got all 5 by yourself, and I barked. Yeah, you were just playing Zarya. 100% charge. She just died. Yeah. Their Kiriko kept taking out your backline, though. Alright. We're getting an Esperanza. It's the first time I've actually seen a map swap. Let's see what SWOSU Blue are playing these days. Who's this caster? My name is EXO. I used to play for Gray, and then I used to play for Blue, and now I'm chained to the casting setup. But I love it. Do I have a map? Oh, I do. Oh, and we're on the latter half of the keyboard, too. Oh, no. Alright, I'm going to miss like half of everything that happens. So we got a Soj Ashe combo. Cairo is very, very good at sniper-type characters. This guy annihilated me in a Widow 1v1. On my tryouts, he was playing Ana. I bladed him, and he slapped me out of it. I was real mad about it. So, I have a lot of hopes. Max on the Ramatra. Pretty good. Baltra on the Juno. And Wreck on that Ana. Into what looks like a more divey approach with a D.Va. Just getting some poke damage out. I'm not sure if they noticed the Tracer yet. Tracer will be coming up on Cairo here pretty soon. They actually have noted her. I'm just going to hold this high ground for now. They see the Tracer, and Cairo's actually just trying to fight her. Cairo's taking so much damage, getting brought down to 40 health. This Tracer is going to take him out. But on the other side, Samsara and Max are actually going to get a pick each. Or, sorry, Max is going to get a pick. Samsara with the assist. Max is getting taken very, very low, but he does survive. And Cairo's going to swap over to the Torbjorn. Oh, no. No, I think the Torb's good. Ooh, nice shot from Samsara. It would be a lot better if I actually caught it. EXO best caster NA. You guys are too kind. You guys are way too kind. All right. So, Samsara doing a lot of damage. TRM 2002, shout out that year. That's the year I was born. Is going to swap over to the Kiriko, and Luxie going to swap off the Tracer over to a Genji. SWOSU looking to grab this checkpoint. They're actually not really contesting it right now. Samsara taking a lot of poke damage, but isn't going to get taken down just yet. He's taken so low, but the D.Va's actually going to get DMAC before Samsara gets taken out himself. Max gets a pick. Cairo also gets a pick. I'm missing every single kill so far. Cairo. 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 Nice try. Nice try. They do get the checkpoint, though. SWOSU actually get the checkpoint just immediately, less than 2 minutes into the game. It's not really getting contested. Cairo might have lost that 1v1 to the Brig, but it's fine. They got the checkpoint. Oh, this Genji's taking a lot of damage. Max just doing all the damage. He's pretty far from his ult, actually. I would think he'd be a little bit closer. He's doing a lot of damage as Balter pops the Juno ult. Max looking to push forward. They're actually just behind that shield. They're going to have to, barely dodge that. The Genji's taking so much damage off to the side. He has not popped that Deadeye yet, and there it goes. Gets run out. Cairo finds a pick in the back line. And now they're just going to push this forward. Cairo up top. Get your get back. On top of this D.Va. All right, Cairo, let's see it. You in the turret. All right. The turret's just going to take it out. The bot is still pushing 80% now for SWOSU. Yeah, I'm canonically Mighty's son. He grandfathered me into this program. All right, 95% almost for SWOSU. Max also has that annihilation. He might actually just look forward. He's pushing a lot. He's in there. He's going to get stunned. Does he choose to pop the annihilation? Looks like he just wants to stay alive. Keep this bot pushing. Samsara popped ult. I missed it completely. I can barely hear anything. My audio is really, really low. As he's going to get another pick. Actually, Max takes the pick, and Max still has annihilation. They're just pushing this bot 125 meters now for SWOSU. They look like they want to get revenge for that game one. 130 now, holding them at spawn. Max still has this annihilation. They're going to have to really go for a touch here. Max can just punch this D.Va, pops the annihilation, holding them at bay, holding them in spawn. The D.Va bomb comes out, and it actually will take out Max. You probably should have blocked that, I'm not going to lie. And SWOSU are going to have to back up. I think they honestly just want to play more of this map. It's their favorite map, I'm assuming. The son has surpassed the father. Now I'm just a coach. Oh my gosh, my throat is shredded. I can't wait to get home and fill it with Red Bull and make it even worse. All right, Max taking a lot of damage here. SWOSU no ults just now. They're going to have to watch out for this blade. Rek's going to have to be very careful. Let's see what he's going to do about this. He's playing in a really good position. The Genji can't really get over to him. The anti just goes a little bit wide. Does hit on the Max. Here comes the blade. It's on to Cairo. Cairo gets taken down, but Samsara is going to find that trade. Max getting taken down solo. The Juno's going to have to reload. It's high noon, but everybody can just get out of that. Line of sight that high noon does not matter. It's not going to get a whole lot done. The orbital ray comes out from the side of Balter. But they're just walking away with the cart. The point, guys. Orbital ray not getting a lot done. The Kyurko is taken very, very low. What a huge anti out of the side of Rek. Rek still has nano. Doesn't need to use it. Actually might have to use it. Being taken very, very low. Does survive. Max taking just 2 out by himself. Rek gets traded, but Cairo gets the trade back. And SWOSU winning this team fight. Gonna grab this bot once again. 139 meters to 6. I hope it picked that up. I hope you heard what I said. All right. Looks like Lucky, I'm going to say Lucky because I'm going to mispronounce that, has swapped over to the Pharah. Not a whole lot to deal with the Pharah, to be honest. Cairo's turret's probably going to be the biggest one. Samsara going to have to shoot her out of the air. Let's see if he can do it. Oh, he actually hit that shot but didn't kill her. Being taken so low. Samsara's just being like the Rock right now. Not Dwayne Johnson, but, I mean, being this steady force, getting the kills when he needs to. Cairo's just being a menace. This character is just, you know what? You know what? Maybe I should stop watching him. I feel like oh, okay. It's go time. No time to think about that. The Ramattra gets slept. He gets anti, but he's looking for more. Looks for the Pharah. Woo! What a shot from him. Oh, what a second shot from him. All right. Maybe I need to start taking that perk. I take the wrong perk. Samsara with the quick double with the overclock. Looking to find a little bit more. That is your team, sir. Trying to find this ever-elusive Pharah, but it does not matter. I don't like that turret placement. I'd be mad if I saw that. It is high noon. He's going to have to block this. He's going to have to get out. I think he might just straight up die to this. I'm not going to. He doesn't. Rek will take the brunt of it. He does have this annihilation. Let's see if he wants to pop it. Miss Monica with 2 kills. I probably wouldn't use it here. And yeah, he's just going to die. Does not want to get staggered as... What team is this? SAC State Gold. Don't say I'm good luck. I'm absolutely not good luck. I am bad luck. But that's okay. Also, notably, at some point, Fragster swapped from the Diva to the Ramatra. Samsar getting a lot of poke. Does almost get the kill. Just a little bit off. But actually, Balter's just going to get the diff. Flying diff. Balter's better. Kyra doing a lot of poke damage. I swear every single time I watch him. Okay, I'm going to watch him and make sure he hits the shots. Because he gets like 3 kills off screen. I go to watch him and he whiffs every single shot imaginable. So I'm guessing it's just a me problem. Come on. See, he hit a shot there. All right. All right, all right. We're just having the Ramatra off. He does have this Annihilation. Now would be actually a decent time to pop it. They do pop the Orbital Ray. Orbital Ray in. They haven't popped that Lucio ult yet. I think they're just trying to push them back. The Orbital Ray does just that. They might have to pop this Lucio ult to avoid actually just getting taken down. The Kitsune Rush comes out of the side of, I can't remember this, we're just going to call him SAC. All right, everybody's pressing every ult. Both Ramatra ults coming in. Max staying alive. He does get nanoed now. Now the Lucio beat comes in. Luxie still has this Pharah ult. They're going to have to be careful of it, and she does get a triple, gets a quad, and Max is still on it. Max gets multiple. I'm not sure. The Ramatra is super low, actually. If he can hit this Ramatra, don't look at the Pharah, look at the Ramatra. The Ramatra's 1 health. The Ramatra gets healed up, and Max is probably, yeah, he's going to be staggered just a little bit. They have a minute to push 130 meters. It doesn't seem probable, but not impossible. Ghost better than Red Bulls? I will agree. I think that the original Red Bull is the best energy drink ever created, but I think that practically every Ghost flavor like destroys anything else. What's your favorite Ghost flavor? I like the new sour black cherry, the straw bango, the orange cream one's really good. I think the only one I don't like is like the there's like a red one that's extremely sweet, and I'm not a big fan of it. Samsar gets a pick. Lucio will be taken out. That's a huge sleep onto the Ramatra, actually. What a nice shot. It is high noon. Samsar looking for this pick. He's going to find it. The movement god. All right, overtime now. Overtime, and it's time for overclock. It's not time for overclock. I am lying to every single one of you. It might be soon, though. They're going to need to get their tank back. And Kyra's actually just getting in there and getting one. Now would be a great time for overclock. The side of SAC are down. They are being more patient than I would be, though. They're waiting for their tank. Kyra actually gets taken down. Maybe a little bit too overzealous. SWOSU are going to have to back up a little bit. 70% and pushing here for not GAC, for SAC. I got to think of Sacramento. All right, Samsara with this overclock. The ultimate equalizer. Let's see what he can get done. Wreck threw an anti, but it doesn't really look like it hit a whole lot. Might just have to wait a little more. They're probably waiting for this Juno ult. I would be willing to bet. Balter just has to survive. Samsara just has to survive. Samsara gets the nano. Let's see what he can get done. A lot of damage out of the Ramatra. That's 1. That's almost 2. Almost hits the Tracer. Samsara? He got his 1. It doesn't matter. He gets his 2. Welcome to orbit. Everybody's pressing Q from the side of SWOSU. Samsara gets a triple with the ult. That's going to be a team kill, and that's going to be SWOSU Blue taking the series lead 2-1 in this game 3. Very, very dominant. Good showing out of the side of SWOSU Blue here. You know, with a showing like this, I'm real shocked they lost that first map. Because they just looked dominant on this. I don't know another word to say. All right. So this should be Flashpoint. I don't think SWOSU Blue is a Junker, New Junk City type of team. I think they're a big fan of the Sorvasa. So we'll have to see what they pick. This is the latest I've cast this semester. This will probably go until like 10:30. That's all right, assuming that I don't step outside and get knocked over by the wind. Liquid Death is the only drink for SWOSU Esports. Liquid Death is good, but Ghost is crazy. I also don't really get Liquid Death often because I'm like I need carbonation. I just require carbonation. I need aggressive carbonation too. I need something that's gonna hurt when I drink it. Just waiting and waiting. I'm pretty sure. I don't know if it's SAC or SAC. I'm gonna say SAC for a lot of reasons. I think SAC get to choose here. Just milling it over, deciding what map to get dominated on. Potentially. Guys, there are only two maps. It can't be that hard to choose one of the two maps. I'm gonna go study SWOSU Blues Suravasa. Well, wake me up, chat. I'm gonna take a nap until they pick a map. Welcome to my world, casting until midnight. These aren't even best of sevens. There's carbonation in the sparkling waters. Okay, I know, but like, I need like a punch. You know? I need like a bigger punch. I get liquid death every now and then. No, I didn't mean caffeine, but like, I'm also a big fan of caffeine. I'm just a big fan of like the ghost flavors. Like the ghost and Red Bull flavors, I just like them. Also, I'm used to like the liquid. I don't really get the sparkling waters much. I usually get like the teas because I like the tea flavor a lot more. Okay, we actually have a map now. So we are going to be going to Saravasa. That's good. All right, SWOSU Blue are ready. Let's see if they get into it within the next 5 minutes or so. Okay. Never mind. Someone might be getting subbed out for SAC. Oh, no, it looks like Luxie is just going to be reloading. And yes, I did say their name correctly this time. Go me. Or is it Luxie, like Luffy? Turned on the hags. My aimbot DC'd, guys. My aimbot DC'd me. All right. Potentially getting into this game. I can't bide time any more than I am already. I need them to just jump into the game. It's late. I'm getting tired. My throat is shredded. Someone put a shot clock on this? Actually, I am getting called. I'm not going to answer this. I don't know what we're waiting for. Nobody has said anything this entire time. This guy needs a punch? What does that mean? Mods that scare me, I got canceled. Okay, we're finally getting into this game after like a 10-minute wait with no explanation. I'm not a big fan of that, I'm not going to lie. Okay. Oh, my mouse does work. Here's redeeming the Lifeweaver skin. Brother, you could have just said something like 10 minutes ago. I'm not trying to be mean, but we are all kind of we all are kind of college kids that time is rather important. At least give an explanation. I'm not gonna sit here and complain about it the entire time. I'm just tired. Okay, so looks like we're getting the Soj Torb. I don't like that Torb's getting into the meta. You're Rek's biggest fan? Heck yeah. Okay. So we're actually getting the Junkrat out of the side of SAC, which is an interesting pick for sure. The Zarya as well. So SWOSU getting onto this point actually first. Max is just going to take all that space. That Zarya is taking a lot of damage as well, but Cairo is getting poked down. That's Lucio in the back line. This is the wrong team. Sorry about that. A huge anti coming out from Rek, but gets cleansed immediately. And the point does open up. SWOSU are on the point way more than SAC are, and it looks like they want to grab this cap. Cairo and Max just holding it down, but Max gets off the point. They're going to have to get this point, and SWOSU take the point. SWOSU take the point first. Cairo gets a pick. This Kiriko is just going to get absolutely annihilated. Samsara finds another pick, and it's just the Zarya left. The Zarya and the Sojourn, they look to stagger the Zarya, and that's going to be a stagger. SWOSU with 20% on the point with the first capture of the game. Just asked Dr. Harrington for some water. He's a nice lad. Yeah, but I don't think he's here right now. Harrington, if you're in chat, can you mail me like a water bottle now? You think that'll get to the arena before the end of this game? I appreciate it. Thank you. I can promote Liquid Death. I'll turn on the camera and just put it in the camera. That can be the cam. All right, SWOSU getting 90% on this point now. SAC are going to really have to go and touch. And they do get that last second touch, but Samsara already gets a pick. Samsara just on this high ground. They're not really doing anything about him. Max does get 2 picks. And SWOSU are going to take this first point. There's not a whole lot SAC can really do about this. Samsara is absolutely hitting his shots tonight. This is not me on Soj. All right, SWOSU get the first point. I'm not the biggest fan of SAC's team comp. You always have a Liquid Death on you. Maybe for playoffs we can get like a case of Liquid Death in the arena. All right, Max is going to use that ult. The gravitation comes through, does not really matter, and actually it kind of does. Max gets 2. Max gets 3. Hold on. Max is on for a 4th. Max is on for all 5. Max just gets all 5. What the heck? I was looking away for half a second. Max just pretty much gets a team kill by himself. Only the Junkrat remains at the end of the day. I need to tilt this other monitor. Well, that didn't help. Okay. Now I can see chat a little bit more. Max is taking a lot of damage, but they do get that point first. Just keeping him on the point. Where'd you get that? There's some down there? That was it? I'm gonna go get it. All right, I'll be right back. I have to go get it. Oh, never mind. You're too kind. I found myself a Liquid Death. Thank you. Muffin's up here with me right now, and you just brought me a Liquid Death. Thank you. All right, back to the game. It looks like SWOSU are going to lose this point for the time being. Oh, that's refreshing. Not sponsored, but I wish we were. Or we might be, I don't know. All right. SWOSU looking to get back into this point. They do have this orbital ray. It looks like they might go to use it, and there it is. The orbital ray coming out. The right click not quite hitting a whole lot. Samsara does pop that overclock, and there's just nobody on point. Taking a lot of damage, but SWOSU swapped the point over. They have 80% now. The Junkrat ult is coming in. They've got a oh, what a shot from Samsara, saving them from near death. Rek does get taken out at the very end of it. Cairo's ult comes down, making it very hard for them to get on the point, and Balter takes out the Zarya. Max takes out the Kiriko. Just this Junkrat left. This ends now, but not for SWOSU. It is for Miss Monica instead, as SWOSU are going to take this second point. That's going to be a team kill. I don't have the energy to start barking again, but... You'll fax it over. I appreciate it. I do like how big the cans are for Liquid Death. I'm a big fan of tall cans. That's why I like Arizona tea so much. But then I found out it's just covered in sugar, so maybe not. All right, Kitsune Rush comes in from the side of SAC. Max doing a lot of damage. He does have Annihilation. He gets nanoed. Let's see if he can use it. Is he going to use the Annihilation? It looks like he's going to use the Annihilation. He's just walking forward. Gets one, gets two. And SWOSU are going to take this point for the... they're going to get the first... Whatever. You know what I'm saying. I'm out of it. They get the point before the other team. Using 2 ults to get it. But they did get it against another ult. IC Bolt does have that Lucio ult. Going to have to be wary for that. But SWOSU don't really have any ults to bait it out. So they're probably just going to use it here if they can't get a pick pretty soon. They're putting them in the ground. The gravitational comes out. Holy! All right, well, SWOSU just absolutely got melted there. Max is just going to try to stay alive as long as he can. Try to get potentially 60%? 58%. 58% is not too bad. They didn't use any ults that fight. Just a Graviton Surge being used from the side of SAC. And they do still have that Lucio beat in the back pocket, but SWOSU are building up to their own ults as well. That is some nuts tracking out of Samsara. This guy's locked in, I can tell. All right. He's seeing ghosts right now. He's a little schizo looking in the air. But it's okay. It's a buff. The schizo buff. What is he looking at? He's trying to find this forest so badly. He just cannot find her. Oh, that was a really, really close shot. Cairo getting taken down very, very low. Going to have to use that overheat. The Pharah ult comes out, but it doesn't matter. Cairo actually kills the Pharah. Now SWOSU get the chance to push. Cairo popping his ult, making the floor lava very hard to touch. Balcher uses his ult. They don't even use the Lucio ult. SWOSU are going to get this point. 90% for the side of SAC, but SWOSU should be building up to that. This is going to be support ults and overclock versus support ult and overclock. Max is going to have that Annihilation soon. He should, if he can build it before this fight, that'll be huge because this is the last fight potentially for SWOSU. Trying to feed Rex some nano charge. This ends now. Oh, the Sojourn gets taken out. That's a Sojourn diff. Pop the overclock. Show him who's boss. I want to see it. 90%. He pops the overclock. They did just use the beat. Let's see if he can get anything done. He's taking a lot of damage, but he's still alive. Oh, what a shot on the Lucio. What a shot on the Lucio. That's going to seal it. Max gets 3. Max gets 4. Samsara gets his own, and that's going to be the series win for SWOSU, taking this map dominantly 3-0. SWOSU Gray won tonight. SWOSU Blue won tonight. SWOSU's just winning. And I win tonight because I can finally go home and relax. All right. Good stuff. What a shot from Samsara by the end of it. The facts did work. I gathered myself a Liquid Death thanks to the goated Tank of Grey. All right, well, thank you, everybody, for coming out to this stream. It was a very long one, but we won nevertheless. I'm not 100% sure if we have games later this week, but I will let you guys, I'll get you guys updated. But if that is it, then everybody have a great night. Thank you for coming out to the stream. Are spectators allowed to watch playoffs in the arena? Yes, I believe so.